Podcast, you can't win. I touch black and whites just by stroking my chin. Tell Marva got a plan if he just sit in. And we can be the sons and thus fit in. Talking a good game, topics never lame. Conversations just the same right before they left the brain. Seriously funny, but if you take us seriously, you end up smiling. If not, laugh hilariously. And every Tuesdays we're on the one, so stay in tune before noon. It's the Podical Sons.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How you feeling today, man?
Giving thanks in my giving thanks hoodie.
All things give thanks.
Yeah.
Some people who don't read the Bible, they tend to learn how to give damn thanks too.
Well, you know what? It's a common theme, I think, that all humanity should share, whether you're religious or not.
I think so too. I just think that there's situations where some people, how do I say this? They were taught it, but then they forgot it. Can I say that? The mind is a memory jungle.
No, you're right.
Because when we polled the question the other day about does manners, exist?
Yeah.
And I want to say, I'm not saying manners is that far away from gratitude, but to me, they're still kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
Some of the people kind of separate the two and differentiate them and stuff like that. But I feel like etiquette, gratitude is part of the thing.
You think we can have so much on our mind where we can forget our manners? Do you think there's such a thing as forgetting your manners? They're when someone came in and they didn't greet you right away, and they stop and they say, "Oh, sorry, forgive me, I forgot my manners," and then they greet you. Do you think it's a situation where we're not purposely trying to be rude, but just is so much on our mind that we just...
I think if there's so much on your mind, you should just kind of humble yourself and stay until you get whatever's on your mind, damn near resolved. Because I look at it stuff as that you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover.
Right.
But okay, it was my first time meeting you, and you have no manners.
Right.
Or fuck it, I have no manners. And when I have no manners and stuff like that, so you have a situation where we would talk, we would shoot the shit, and then you're like, yo, you didn't greet me and stuff like that, or you weren't, and all the above. And oh shit, my mind wasn't in the same place because my pit bull needs an abortion, my goldfish is having triplets and everything like that.
Right.
I need to work out my own shit.
Yeah.
And start having excuses for other things with it. So that my thing and stuff is that they tell you don't drive when you're under an emotional period or heavy state, emotionally unstable. Yeah. But motherfuckers still do it anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
but what if it's a situation you can't avoid? Safe, okay, for instance, work. You got to go to work. Sometimes when you're at work, depending on the nature of your job, you got to socialize with other coworkers. Let's say, right? So you have something on your mind now, and your coworker's saying something to you, and you either whatever's on your mind is bothering you so much to the point where your response is snappy, or you don't respond in a normal way, you would typically respond.
So what are we talking about now? Give me an example, because my thing and stuff is that if it's fucking with your mental at work,
right?
Maybe making money is not the thing you should be doing right at this moment.
Right.
You should be working on your mental health first.
I agree with you.
Use that as a priority first.
I agree with you, but I'll be honest with you, man. I work with a lot of people who should not be at work, but situations dictate that they have to come in and work, and they see it as they had no other choice.
No. Sound like an old school porno. No.
I didn't
choice
say
and chance.
I didn't say there's no other choice.
And chance.
I didn't say there isn't.
Okay.
I said they see it.
They see it,
right.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. They see it.
Right.
But they're selling themselves short. That's a them problem. That's not a my problem. Why your manners is not in check.
Right.
That's a you problem.
Okay.
And that's my thing. My thing and stuff is that I can give you a grace period and stuff for that for one incident.
Right.
Fuck it, 2 incidents.
Right.
But if this is a constant thing, nah. I don't. I'm at work and stuff, whatever. And somebody even said to me, I think they came to me they said, "Oh, Marv, blah 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 blah. Good morning." Yeah, but blah 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 blah. So I'm like, I don't like how you spoke to me.
Right.
We have an ethics board at our hospital.
Right.
You just breached the ethics board. I don't have to answer shit what you asked me just a while ago.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry. Good morning. Hi, how can I help you? Yo, my thing is, if you cut me off in traffic and everything, and it's like a damn near narrow margin and all the above,
Yeah.
I will honk my horn at you, because in your world, that's kosher. In my world, it's not.
Right. Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Now your world's coming in with interacting with my world. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut shit down. Other people put that shit up, or they'll pander to it, and they're like, oh, he's having a hard day. You know, he's going through some things.
Right.
So just stay the fuck home. Solve that shit, then come here. Fuck that got to do with us. Why we got to partially suffer in the process?
We were made to suffer.
Are we?
Well, I mean, it in a
Choice
world,
and chance, baby. Choice
in a
and
world
chance.
where we'd love to.
You sound like an intro of Captain Planet.
We'd
in a world
love for
of
that
peril.
to exist, but we know people that can't handle themselves like
Yeah,
that.
but
we
people-
know people can't handle themselves like that.
But some people all talk, and that's my thing and stuff. Whatever you all talk, stay over there.
Right.
Me with action, I'll roll over here.
Yeah.
Some people talk the talk, and some people walk the walk. So I'm doing my thing and stuff with it. But then, know for a fact, when you cross it over into my world, it's a different dance over here.
You gotta keep walking.
It's a different dance over here. I'm sorry. It's your world, and I just live in it. But that's what I'm saying. If I'm coming into your world, I come into your spot. Y'all got shoes on and everything and stuff like that. You know, put it a racial thing. Let's say a cultural thing, whatever. You know, you got couch. You know, you got your shoes on. He's like, you know, fuck your couch, nigga, and you just chilling and everything. I'm like, oh shit. Why the fuck I take my shoes off downstairs? Let me go put my shoes on so I can fuck some couches up too. Because I'm in your world.
Right.
I'm in your world. When in Rome, do what Romans do, no? How the fuck? It's the same thing. You come into another country, I want to apply your rules into this country.
But what if you feel comfortable with your shoes off?
If you feel comfortable with your
What
shoes
if you
off?
feel comfortable with your shoes off?
If the government or the powers that be allow it, then that's
Yeah,
it.
well, I mean, if
they allow it.
if you came in and with no shoes on and I had my shoes on, you say, fuck it, you don't want to keep your shoes on. You just want your toes to wiggle free.
Right, and then you say fine. But that's what I'm saying. But if you're like, no, there's dozens of nails around here. We're doing some home improvement shit like back in the day. I suggest you keep your shoes on and stuff, whatever.
This is House of Shoes.
And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, if I want to take the chance, like, you know what? I got those Fred Flintstone feet. I'll crush a few nails if I step on it, whatever. And you say there's nothing wrong with that, that's it. But it's still your world.
Right. And it always boils down to choice.
It's still, that's what I'm saying.
on each individual's end.
Now, everybody acts like they don't have no damn choice.
How you feeling?
Well,
You ask me how I'm feeling. I'm asking you how you feeling.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Surviving and smiling. That's the name of the game. I do want to say shout out and salute to Spotify for the numbers and everything like that, and especially to the fans and the folks at home listening or enjoying the viewing, you know, the comments and everything and all the above. Followers and subscriptions have jumped and risen from Spotify year-end wrap-up side.
Yes.
I realize I really am an audiophile and stuff on my own personal Spotify side.
Right.
I get down kind of different. I've listened to over 1,212 artists this year.
Really?
I've joined Spotify during the lockdown, so I want to say around April, May time.
Okay.
And I've been with them since for like the whole
Do
thing.
you subscribe to the service or is it? Okay.
Because it had a little freebie thing and stuff with it, and then I was like, it's only $10,
Right.
And I'll just run with it. But then I'm feeling kind of bougie now and stuff.
Do you subscribe to both Spotify and iTunes, or is it just you?
Hey
just
man,
got
watch your mouth. That's a little too pricey. Watch your mouth.
I'm just, you know what I mean? Because I know,
Watch your mouth.
man of your stature, you know.
I know I feel kind of luxurious the other day. I was thinking, I'm like, I should pay like $2 more to get the YouTube with no commercials to see what that world looks like.
Yeah, because you know, it not only does it have no commercials, but you can also close your phone and it'll still work.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
That's the luxury. That's the luxury.
I feel like a bad bitch at times. So
sometimes you gotta do it, man. Kick your heels up.
Yeah, you know, like get the bag, not the Birkin bag, the YouTube bag. But I mean, all in all and stuff, I feel like we're good pertaining to listeners and everything. So once again, we want to thank you guys and stuff.
Thank you,
as well,
listeners,
jumping up to
and
the
viewers. Those
viewers,
those who check out the YouTube stuff. Thank you.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes.
All right, man. So let's get into some shit. Let's talk to the polls. So 95% of people have said yes to gift cards on a second date. Salute to the other cheap bastards such as myself. I salute you and commend you guys.
Salute. I had a couple people hit me up and say, hey, she might get it on the first date.
I know some people said that and stuff, whatever, too.
She might get it on the first date. And then one dude, his logical was kind of made sense. He's like, I mean, what if you get there on the first date and you sit down and she's not all what you expect it to be and she starts to give you some sort of attitude? You really want to go full Monty on that bill, or you want to slide that gift certificate and cut that shit in half? It had me scratching my head. I'm like, you got a point there. You got a point.
That's a valid point.
You got a point.
That's a valid fucking point, because I feel like I went on a date one time. This is many years ago.
Right.
Many years ago. And I went on a date with a girl, and I wish I had for this dessert restaurant spot, I wish I had a gift card for that shit, because she's single, I'm single at the time. We're dating and stuff, and she said something, I think it was our second date, and she said this shit, the audacity of her. She said, oh, I just love that when you go on dates, I don't mind being single and stuff. You just go on so many dates because guys think they're gonna get sex and they just feed you for free. But not you though, Marv. I'm like, check.
Hold on. When she said not you, Marv, is it not you thinking that way, or not you because you're going to get the sex after you pay for this meal? I'd have to hold up. When you say not you, what do you specifically mean?
Yo, shout out to all the people and stuff, whatever. I don't know how many languages can I say this. Let's see. Shut the fuck up in English. Keep out your mouth in patois. Cállate la boca. And silencio. Yeah, you know, I mean, like, what the fuck?
She didn't also read sign language.
That's it. Lock it, throw it away, the key. She didn't have to say a goddamn thing. She just had to keep her pie hole shut.
That's it.
Play the cards. Run the hustle.
Right, yeah.
Run the hustle.
Yeah,
run the hustle and stuff.
Yeah. Don't let me know the hustle.
Don't let me know the hustle.
Yeah, I get you.
Once I feel like I'm being hustled.
Yeah, I get
I should
you.
have said, check. She's like, why you calling for the check for, or whatever? Like, I was just joking. Half truth every joke. Check. ASAP, man. We going Dutch on this shit right here. Are you fucking serious? I'm like a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh, and da da da, you know, and then she started cussing me. I'm like,
and you know what the funny thing? It's not even the fact that you're paying for the meal, because you probably would have paid for the meal anyway.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she thinks that way.
Entitled.
Yeah.
Entitlement. Entitled piece of yo.
I don't know who you are, but yeah.
I know, and you know. If you ever see this episode, look me in my damn eye. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not about that life. So I don't mind your boy's right. I don't mind about the gift card and stuff and everything. I think some people might look at it as frugal. Some people look at it as cheap. But I mean, if you're in a relationship, this is a together bang.
Yeah.
But I guess first impressions are a hell of a thing. And, you know, you might present yourself one type of way first date. And then second date, some shit might change. Right? Everybody, I always say, I don't really call it a resume too much, whatever, but it's kind of like they have a presentation form that they always want to uphold until you get to know the real them.
But I think if you're on a second date, first date, you probably already popped off and showed her like, yo, you can spend if you want. That's what I'm assuming. So second date come around.
What do you do on the first date? Because remember, Shorty said she's not going with me to go feed no damn ducks.
No, so you probably would have went to maybe dinner on a first date. I'm assuming might have been a first date.
No,
this might be a second dinner date.
Yeah, this might be our first dinner date.
Might be a first dinner date. Okay, so if it's a chick like Shorty, right, and you know you gotta have a knockout first date, you're probably spending money for that knockout first date.
So second day, I'm playing some damn Biggie.
So
you must be used to be spending. With all that sweet wine and then that, she's like, it's just the second date. I'm smashing you tonight. And another one.
But your second date, you come in and he's like, I had this coupon, I'm gonna use this coupon. I don't think she should be offended if you pop off and use the coupon. But I mean the non-shorty types. Yeah.
I mean, context is a hell of a fucking thing. Let me say this: if the guy said, if I was even to try to pull a move like that, which I wouldn't, if I was to pull a move like that, I'd be like, yo, first thing I come out off the bat. Woo! I had to pay for this condo stuff the other day. So, but I just want to see you and spend some time. So then when you come out with the Groupon paperwork that you printed off, or the gift card and everything like shit. Oh, he did say, you know. So she got a little context. She got random disclaimer. She got the disclaimer in before.
What would you think of her if the bill came, right? You took out your credit card, you got ready to pay, and she said, hold up. I got this cake coupon. Maybe we can use it.
It's a wife.
That's a shed tear moment.
It's a wife.
It's a shed tear moment.
Yo, 21 Savage. Yeah. It's a wife. It's a wife. You're like, oh shit. You looking to save money too?
That's it. We down. We down.
It's a wife. The next poll we ran was 77% said women slut shame other women. Let me holler at these queens real quick.
77%?
Yeah.
Which is weird because I mean, aren't we in that stage of your big your sister up type of? Wasn't that the thing that was just going on just a while?
Bruh, I was just about to say the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
See, my thing and stuff, what blows my mind and stuff, whatever, is that I'm looking and I'm like, hold on. Today, like, all right, International Women's Month.
Okay.
They have International Women's Day. These things are new.
Yeah.
These things are new to the game. They have days and stuff, whatever, where recently, National Abuse to Women and Girls, whatever, right? Awareness. You have all these type of days and stuff, whatever, coming up. I'm like, cool. We're about women, pro-women, this, like that. I think, what was it? Was it Finland? It's a country and stuff, whatever, and I want to say in Europe or Scandinavian nations, they're trying to make female products free.
Okay.
Female hygiene products free.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, it's a fucked up thing for a woman to choose to say, am I going to eat or what am I going to do for my period?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's real fucked up. So for a country...
I mean, if she's thinking along that lines, it's probably more than just thinking about eat. Can I pay my rent? Can I do all these... So, I'm looking at like homeless. Yeah, but that's
like
what I'm saying.
If you're homeless, you're not paying no rent.
Well...
Right, but
you got people who probably in that same situation who fight. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Whatever you can do to make it easy.
And they said average woman in a lifetime and stuff. I did the stats, ladies. I did the stats. You can double check. But it's average woman spends about $7,000 a lifetime on female hygiene products. That's 7 racks. So it's epic. So we're all pro women when it comes to that. But I won't want to take some free dick in her time, multiple dicks. Oh my gosh, she's a slut. Remember I was like, the Mary chick, she didn't need to say that. Yeah. After that, I have a friend, you know, that I know. She listens to the podcast. We don't even speak like that. Whatever, we speak periodically.
Right.
Salute to Cynthia, by the way. Because she's like, Marv, she's like, because she used to be a dancer. Right? She used to be a dancer. And she just kind of came up and pulled away and all this stuff. She's like, oh, that housewife. She's like, I'm living life. I don't give a fuck about those damn women and stuff who going through their things. I'm like, because at the end of the day, some of their husbands probably lusted after me when I was dancing.
True.
And they never were home with them.
True.
But these are the same husbands that tell them, like, why are you doing this? I can make you a second wife. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And she said they would constantly slut shame her. Period, from like the people who knew what she did and stuff, because she been retired from dance for like 7 years. Yeah, and she's like, for years, people's been slut shaming her, and she said, when she was dancing, she danced for about 4 years. She had one relationship going towards the ending of her thing, and that was it. That was it. She said, the most she probably might see a dick is if a porno was running, or a vibrator or a dildo that might look like it. No dicks. But automatically, slut, hoe, skank, thought.
I mean, if y'all haven't checked it out yet, I suggest taking in our episode. I'm in love with a stripper, because there's a lot of misconceptions about these people, and you know, it's a lot of it is unfounded. Like, unless you truly know the person, know the situation that they're in. You don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it, what it is to make their coin, and what it is that they're willing to do for what they're not doing. Because I mean, there are some women who are, you know what I mean, in that line of work who are doing a little bit extra to make that change. There's some women that are in that line of work and nothing happens past taking their clothes off.
Right. And then there's other women and stuff who ain't even in no line of work and just throwing out the free pussy, which I didn't get, you know. Everywhere. So, and my thing is stuff, like I said, men do it all the time.
Well, I was about to ask you, right? What I mean, is there a reason why you polled women specifically? Because I think it could be looked at more of a society thing when we slut shame women. Because
I'll pull the men tomorrow if you like. I'll pull the men tomorrow. But the thing is, the reason why I chose women is because of the Mary thing, the Erica Campbell statement.
Right.
Because she was saying it to other women, and I don't know if that her words. That's why you got to be careful with your words. Yeah. And then you have to be willing to back up what you say, own your truth, whatever. Because even things that we say on this podcast, some people might love the fuck everything you say. Some people might hate everything I say. I hold myself accountable for everything I say. And I'm willing to back up the things and stuff that I say. And if I'm wrong in the beginning and I learn afterwards, I'm willing to admit that. But some people and stuff hold up.
We should pull the men. Because here's my thing, right? Mm-hmm. It's not the fact that I look at it as slut shaming, because I don't look at it as slut shaming as a male, right?
You do. You say you want to date a former porn star. Continue.
Hold on. I look at it as more of an ego thing.
Ego, explain that.
Because men like to know that woman is theirs and theirs alone. And no, I mean, even when we know that's an impossible theory, we like to think that nobody else has touched this lady. But this lady is mine and mine alone. Like, no, so just the thought, we don't even want to think along that lines. Think about it. We don't even want to imagine any other person with that one woman that we want, right? So as soon as we get it in the head that, oh, she's been with this person, she's been with this person, she's been with this person. Worse, if you know the people she's been with, all of a sudden you start to feel like, oh, maybe it's tainted. Maybe it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's that psychological. I feel that we have more, other than we just look at women and saying, she's just having a whole bunch of sex. She's a whore. Because, granted, we want a woman who knows what they can do. And there's only one way she's going to know what she can do.
Enough said. Because I was just about to say that. I'm like, how the fuck you think you're going to get Mother Mary, Virgin Mary, and she's going to be out here and stuff, whatever, doing a basket weave, sucking dick, riding the shit with the chick, bouncing on the dick with her knees and stuff, not aching or squeaking, with the no check engine light on the knees for the longest and everything. That she's willing to like squirt or pee all over the goddamn room out of nowhere.
After she blows your mind, is it ever in your thought that how does she gain those skills? She blew my mind.
What, from any woman? No, I don't think. You
don't care, right?
No, I don't care.
You don't care at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. It's okay. What's that song? Come on, it's the Drake shit. Hotline Bling.
Right.
You doing all the things I taught you to someone else?
Yeah, right.
I don't give a shit.
Right.
If I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Mm. And vice versa. I'm assuming you're done with said dude. Yeah. Unless you call a dude's name in my presence. Different dance, whatever. Story. But other than that, we good to go. I'm not about to question the stuff where you learn this basket weave technique and stuff, whatever, the gluck, okay. 3000.
Good to go.
Right.
All right. What if you're in a relationship with her? So you gotta live my life vicariously through single Marv. You're in a relationship with her, and she's in multiple relationships with other men.
She's in multiple relationships, so we're in polyamorous. Yeah. She's polyamorous,
no.
Or she's just dating.
She's dating.
Oh,
she's
okay.
dating. She's dating other niggas, but you know, it's you know, she getting da.
That's a big dick right there. Like, yo, you don't got a small arm there. I'm about to say, I don't know if I can follow up that act.
How do you deal with a situation like that, knowing that both of you are dating and both of you are free to do whatever?
I think my thing and stuff is that I stake my claim. I think that's the only thing. Be honest with yourself.
Right.
You be honest and be real and stuff. And like, if you dig her like that, or you dig the person, or you're into the person and stuff like that, then you just notify them. You say like, yo, any possibility of us going exclusive? I kind of like this. And if she's saying no, then you know you're not really welcome like that there.
Then you just continue to just be one of the few stabbing.
I mean, stabbing.
Yeah.
Stabbis.
Stabbing.
Stabbis. One who does multiple stabbing. Stabbis. So I mean,
Stabulation.
Yeah, something like that. You know, Captain Stabbis. I mean, I would tell her stuff like, all right, you know what? Cool, my bad.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna push my luck. You're looking for something casual. Cool. But if where I want to be, you got to be truthful and honest to yourself.
Right.
If I want to be in a relationship, booed up,
right,
with somebody, let's say of her caliber, and she's not willing to produce that, I just keep looking until I find something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, free cooch or jerking it decisions. I'm gonna go with free cooch.
Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're still not looking at her as she's just doing her. She's just doing her. She's dating. She's just doing her.
It's 2020.
Yeah.
It's 2020. Year of the COVID, aka COVID cuties.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it and stuff as that. Do what you want to do. You shouldn't do anything that you should be ashamed of.
Right.
If you're ashamed of doing it, I don't think you should be doing it.
Right.
Point blank, period. And it's your business and stuff, and your business alone. However, if you know you're rocking with this person or this person and this person and stuff with her, it's not just your business alone. You're not sharing the business and stuff with, I want to say, 4 other people, including yourself.
Yeah.
Just be smart and be wise and stuff about it. I'm not about to do it, but I'm just a anomaly to the pack. There's tons of dudes and stuff that still might be slut shaming, but I still feel like women tend to catapult it a lot more.
Right.
It's on the softer things. Just that men, I want to say, our voices are kind of heard louder.
Okay.
And it just resonates and stuff in a kind of type of way. Because would they call her a slut if she walked off with them to go party? No. But if she left them to go party with another dude and stuff, whatever, yes. But in general, if a woman and stuff not even leaving with the chick and she doesn't like how she's even dressing, just dressing, she wearing her titties all out, whatever, no, inappropriate, slut. Oh, I got my kids at this restaurant having food and stuff, and she got her cleavage hand low, hooker. I was like, yo, like,
but then you can.
She might be confident.
But then you can make that argument about men too, because what they're used to saying is men are saying, well, if she dresses that way, then she wants it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like, I'm like, every now and then wear my big dick jeans.
You gray joggers?
No. I told you, I'm like a Ken doll with the bitches. You might be working with something and stuff. You can stand up for the camera and show them and stuff, because I look flat in certain type of thing, but a girl told me I'm buying the wrong one. So I know it's company. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to come out and surprise you. When you
Don't surprise me. Don't surprise me.
Don't Candy Crush watch me.
Surprise the fans.
Well, if I get up and I stretch like this, look. If I stretch like that. I'm going
to keep my face to the cameras when you stretch like that.
When I stretch like that, I mean, hey, and you see you looking that way, be like, hey. Yes, I mean, I'm gonna probably shout out the company and stuff as well. Be like, I'm gonna need a full lifetime supply of gray sweatpants. Gray
sweats.
I hope I can.
Just put the logo right here in the front, right here when I stand up. People know who you are.
Actually, that might be a fucking plan.
Hey, listen. Yo, shout out to Loston. Loston they got the culture right here on their joggers.
On the waist area? Yeah, but some people's jogging things, people's hoodie might cover down the area.
Yeah, that's true.
And everything like that. But I want to say you have other ones, like just right there by the crotch. Who does that shit? I think it's Bathe and Ape with the jaws. With all the teeth?
Yes. Baby Nate does it.
If the bitch wasn't so expensive, I fucking rock the shit. I'd probably free balls to go commando with this shit, whatever. So he's like, yo.
Just cut the mouth out?
No. They're like, what's in the mouth? Oh, dick!
just cut a hole in the mouth. You got it. What's that? That's the tongue.
That's the tongue.
that's the tongue.
Yeah, man. But moral of the story, man. Women, ladies, please stop slut shaming each other. Not saying you might be the one, but please. What if it happened to your mother? What if it happened to your sister, your daughters, your nieces, etc.? Women should be standing in solidarity with each other. Even as a man, I'm saying that.
Now, the women demographic that rock with us, I would say is probably like maybe late 20s, heading up, maybe close to maybe early 30s ending up, do you think it might be a different ball game polling like the younger kids? Because
I don't think so. Because
don't think so?
I think the thing is stuff. Remember, the younger kids are the ones with the word thought, right? They're the ones with thought and all the above. So, I mean, yes, older generations might adhere and adapt to some things,
right?
But I still feel like underlining this is something that we have to just kill in general,
right?
And just say like a no to it and stuff. Whatever from like rookie stage, like when you hear something, whatever. Like we're not saying like the F word, that rhymes with maggot, right? We kind of just killed that. Yeah. We try to kill that and stuff. So therefore, these generations coming up, like if they hear it, they be like, "What?" It's kind of foreign to them. And if they choose to go in on it, whatever, the ridicule that they might get from that, is a different type of dance,
right? Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I think like because. And I'm guilty of it too. Like I say the N-word and stuff often,
right?
And then you have rap music and other things stuff saying the word like that.
Yeah.
So then non-black people, they're in a situation like, well, why you guys get to say it and we don't get to say it and stuff, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But if we put it in general to bed, and then the generations after that, like they just know of the history and the knowledge of it, and people use it. Yeah. It's like a ridicule that will kind of come with it to kind of slow you up from using it, whatever, right?
Got it.
That's just me. Yeah. That's my opinion.
No, I can agree with it, and I only bring it up just for that reason because I mean a lot of things that our demographics still might not be tolerable to, they have now taken a more tolerable stance too. So
right,
But you do raise a good point. Thought comes from that generation, so it is their form of slut shaming.
It's their form of slut shaming, right? And then, I mean, it's your world, like how you interact with that person and stuff in that world. Yeah. That's the type of thing. But I want to say the labels and stuff that we're throwing on people. I think let people own their truth,
right,
and put their own labels on and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what the fuck people might be today.
Yeah.
Like one person might say they might be trans. One person might say there's a different kind of gender. They might say there's so many genders and all this type of stuff. Personally, I want to be a bobcat/dragon. Bobcat when it's cold. Dragon when it's summer. So if somebody like, what do you identify as? I'm like dragon,
But I think you kind of have to have like a hint of that creature in you before you can claim it. You know what I mean?
I growl sometimes.
We're human. You know
I growl sometimes. When I eat onion, my breath is hot. So I'm getting there.
I don't know if that.
My nails, I got little nails and stuff, whatever.
I don't know if that quite qualifies you. Man.
I don't know. You know.
I didn't.
I never touched a mountain lion, but
I mean,
I groped up a few cougars. Hey. So I mean,
hey,
bobcat.
If we get you those rocket boots, you could be Rocket Man. No.
Racketeer, man. But yeah, what the next thing we got? So okay, there's an actress named Mackenzie Davis. Since we're on the lines of genders and everything like that,
okay,
Mackenzie Davis is an actress who identifies as straight. She plays in a movie coming. Well, it should be out now.
Right.
Called The Happiest Season because it's supposed to drop December 6th. And Happiest Season is a lesbian couple going home for the holidays.
Okay.
She's in there with Kristen Stewart.
Okay.
She's in there with Kristen Stewart, and Kristen Stewart identifies and stuff as queer.
Okay.
Right? So she identifies as queer, and Mackenzie Davis identifies as straight.
Right.
And people are saying, why didn't that role go to a lesbian to play the role? And I was like, what if the lesbian actress can't body a role, though? Whatever, right? So I was like, should the role go to someone who is a lesbian? What do you think?
No.
Really? Why?
I think the role should go to the best person for that job. Just like any other job. I don't feel like it should be. Of course, you want to be authentic to the role itself. So whoever you hire as an actor, the better you can match that person to the role, yes, you would obviously go for that. But then again, if someone comes around and they may not be akin to that role, but still bodies it to the point where it's almost like you couldn't tell the difference,
right?
Then you're probably might want to go with that actor. And the next thing I would add to that is that how many gay actors in Hollywood have played straight roles?
Oh, yeah, true. A good amount.
A good amount.
A good amount. So we should be boycotting them people.
There you go. It's
and see, because my thing is, I thought about damn, I forget his name. He plays Cam on Modern Family.
Right.
So Mitchell is gay.
Right.
In real life.
Yeah.
He identifies as gay, but Cam doesn't. He's just a straight man playing the role and everything. And maybe I'm a Modern Family fan, but I couldn't see somebody else bodying that role like how Cam would do it.
Is Cam the
big one?
Right. Okay. Because I seen the other one on. He does. He took over for Ty, that home improvement show where they
the Reno thing.
Yeah. He took over for Ty on that one.
Yeah.
So and when I seen him on that, it's like, okay, no, dude ain't acting. Dude is gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so Cam, the larger you, he's straight. But he plays the role. Okay.
And he bodies it.
No, he does.
Because I feel like at times he's more gay than. And this is me from a straight man point of view, just looking at it.
Well,
I feel like he just goes too well.
I can tell you he bodied it because up until this point, I did not know he was not gay.
Yeah, so he would kill it, whatever. The hand movement, the dressing, the way how he, certain type of things and stuff. I like it.
Yeah.
I dig the fact that as a straight man can pull that off. Now, if they're complaining and stuff, whatever, were all the people lined up, like all the gay people lined up. They probably say, we have a gay couple we want to, mix in. What is your orientation? No, I think there's no one's business and stuff what your orientation is. So at the end of the day, you're going to go for the role, they're going to go for the role. And then when it comes up, it's an issue. The person that came in mind, the next thing that came in mind was the girl who played Harriet Tubman in the Harriet movie.
Okay.
Black people went after her.
Right.
It wasn't like she was Caucasian.
Right.
Asian or Indian or anything like that.
Right.
They went after her. They were saying she's Nigerian, British born. She doesn't know the struggles it's been like to be black in America. Samuel L. Jackson had that shit to say about it too. And I was like, but she bodied the role. Doesn't that matter? She won an award for it and everything.
You know what the funny thing is? Mm-hmm. I think Americans equate black struggle unique to them, their own, and somehow don't feel like outside of America, people can equate to that type of suffering. But I mean, England has a big history involving slaves. Mm-hmm. I mean, Europe has a huge history involving slaves.
I think there's a lot of black people all across the world who've been descendants of slaves.
Yeah, so to feel that somebody couldn't body the role because they're not American.
I mean, it's just
and the authenticity lies in the fact that she's black.
Yeah.
Now, had they gotten a white woman to play the role.
Well, I think that was the talk before. We spoke about it on the podcast.
We did speak about it because
Julia Roberts was it?
I think so.
And people were in uproar. So I was like, okay, so you didn't get Julia Roberts. You got a British black woman, and it's still a problem.
It's still a problem.
So I'm like, you can't make anybody happy. My thing is how you body the role.
Yeah.
How you body the role. That's just it. Because my thing and stuff is that it's for entertainment value.
If you made me believe you're that person. Mm-hmm. You're that
you own
character.
That role. Yeah.
That is you, right? I can say whether you're straight or not, you made me believe that you are a gay person, right?
Any role.
No, wait. I won't say any role because if you'd have given Julia Roberts to Harriet Tubman, she could not convince me that she's a black woman.
Can they allow her to color her face and darken her up and everything like that? Would that be an uproar?
But you know what though? They would have to, if they put prosthetic makeup on her and took away Julia Roberts completely, then probably I could probably rock with it. And then she bodied it on top of that, then I could probably body it. But then black people would be like, y'all had to go through all of that just to make her. Why don't you just get a black person?
so true. Black people can't be happy though. I think a good amount of people can't be happy.
You can't. No, you can't.
Cause I feel like when it comes to Mackenzie Davis,
Right.
a lot of gay people and people from the LGBT community, they felt the type of way.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why? Like,
But it's just
it's the role. It's
the role. But come on, I mean, people get angsty for anything. Look at Adele when she went to the friggin' the Caribbean parade and was winding up herself, and she had her embrace. Black people was in frenzy.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, come on,
own your truth, man.
Own it, man.
Own your truth.
Own it.
So okay, let me ask you. Okay, is there such thing as problematic PDA? Let me explain. You remember Full House?
Okay, yeah.
The oldest daughter who played DJ.
Right.
She's Kirk Cameron's, Candace Cameron.
Okay.
Right? She took a photo with her husband recently. They were outside.
Mm-hmm.
And she's one of the Christian folks, like such as yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Husband took a photo, and he had a hand on her titty.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And they kind of try to eviscerate this couple.
Because he had the hand on the
He had
titty?
that hand on the titty, because they're saying, like, a good Christian family, good Christian folk don't take such photos and stuff like this and everything. Like, I'm like, first of all, if I put a ring on it, it's my titty.
My titty.
I want to be able to grab it when I can't, when she allows me to grab. Consent.
Yeah,
Consent.
Consensual.
Consensual.
Consensual grab.
Consensual. You know? But I was like, are you just happy for PDA, period? But I guess, is there such thing as problematic PDA? When it comes to married couples.
I don't think for married couples. I don't think anybody should be offended by public display of affection. Now, I'm not saying people should just get butt naked and start going to town in the middle of the street.
No, that's indecent exposure.
Yeah. But look, come on, this is worse. People are doing in public, I think.
But it had me thinking and stuff, and I was thinking, like, are Christian people allowed to show PDA?
Why shouldn't they be allowed to show PDA?
Why shouldn't they?
If your husband and wife, I don't see. There's nothing in the Bible that says husband and wife can't show public affection towards each other.
I'm glad you said that. We're having church again, folks. Shut that shit down. I got you, man. But it's Peter.
Man.
It's in Peter 5. It's in the Old Testament.
Right.
It's in Peter 5. And Peter 5 and stuff, they were saying you got to humble yourself and a level of humility.
Right.
When I guess when displaying feelings.
Right.
And PDA, that's in the same realm of the most misogynistic verse in the world, Peter 1-9.
The one that you read?
I sí español inglés. Shout out to my Spanish, my Latino folks.
There might be some footage floating around of that.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. I don't want no problems.
Yeah, I don't want no problems for you either.
Let them find it on their own. And somebody slided my DM. Ha! I found it. And a minute mark.
I was about to ask you, do you want me to edit the tape? Or
No.
We good.
We good. Let Sleeping Dogs lie, because I might get some kind of new static and stuff for it. I get no static for the podcast.
Yeah.
We just let that lie. But see, according to the Bible, you can't. Christian people aren't showing PDA. That's the reason why these Christian folks were in an uproar.
You were in an uproar.
And that's why I was trying to understand and stuff. I was like, so if they weren't good, wholesome Christian folk, they were just regular couple, this would never be a thing.
Okay. And it was Peter?
Yeah, Peter 5.
Peter 5.
Peter 5. Take a gander.
I think we should be able to show whatever we display as far as our loved ones. Mm-hmm. We should be able to express that.
I feel like the Bible need a remake. I've been saying this for the longest. Because some of these people and stuff, whatever you said, we're supposed to be rocking with the New Testament, but there's tons of people, crucifying people, with the Old Testament shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like we need a remake, and we just kind of...
But there's certain people don't subscribe to the New Testament.
Interesting.
We
we still calling those Christian folk?
What sect? Because remember Christianity is divided up into sects, right?
Yes.
All right. So if you look at certain sects, don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. Mm-hmm. They just believe him to be a prophet, right? Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, then certain parts in the New Testament they probably don't follow, right? Mm-hmm. Certain parts in the Old Testament they rock with. Then you have Christians that they're not even concerned with the Old Testament at all.
Right.
Right. So I guess I guess it's really gonna vary on what type of Christian you are. What type of Christian you're around.
I think all Christian folks should just shut their pie hole and just worry about them.
Well, everybody has a different. Let me ask you, other than Christianity, right? And the Jewish faith, because I think Jewish has a different sex. The Muslim faith, may have different sex. Yeah, right. Do we find that in like the Buddhist religion? Is there? Yeah.
There's like, I guess you have the Buddhists. Let's say I guess the Buddhists in like Sri Lanka,
right, and
like Indonesia, they're a little bit different from the Buddhists in like Japan and Korea.
So I guess what my real question is there any religion that doesn't have a division amongst itself?
Marvism.
Yeah, sounds like a good religion.
Yeah. We basic over here, you know.
That's it. You stick to one protocol. Yeah?
Love to yourself, love yourself and then be kind to others, you know.
That's a good mantra.
No slut shaming, needed. You do the basic things.
I can rock with that.
Oh, bless your heart. We have a place for you.
You have a place for me?
Yeah, we have a place for you.
Marvism.
We're here for you.
Sounds good.
So, I mean, yeah, but I just feel like you're right. We do live in a victim time where people just want to claim the fame. They have a problem with everything. But we got to do better as people, man. Like, why we just can't just let people be? Like, what you eat don't make me shit. It costs you nothing, pay me no mind. Everybody got something to say about something.
Why do we have to rule over anything? Why can't we just rule over ourselves? I think that in itself.
Because people don't know themselves. They don't know how to rule themselves.
But then I'm not even so worried about the people who don't even know how to rule themselves. I'm worried about the people who know how to rule themselves and then want to rule others. Why not just try to rule your damn self and leave other people to their own devices?
Inferior, superior complex. People feel like they set the barometer, right? They feel like they set the bar. And I don't think that might be shaken off because the whole world is not in a way of like, let's say, a socialist kind of society.
Right.
It's kind of like I guess a good portion is capitalist. Kind of like, I have this. This is me. I earned it. And if you don't have this, then what's your life about? Whatever, And right. So it's kind of like with that, you have caste system. People just think that they're better than other people.
Right.
So it's going to be like, well, I'm married to like 3 women at once. You have 1 wife? Broke man, foolish man. People just want to find a way to prove that they're better than another person.
Right.
And then this is where the inferior superior complex thing comes in, whatever. We all shit the same. Mm-hmm. Some people might just position themselves in different things. They might have a squatty potty. Mm-hmm. Might just do it in dirt.
Yeah, man. Might kick your feet up.
Yeah, you cut us. We all have the same type of color. We all blood is like, might be different variations of a dark red hue when it touches air. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different things, but people just want to be better than another person.
I always tell my kids this: each and every one of us has the same physical makeup as far as the brain is concerned. Mm-hmm. The only thing that differentiates us is what we decide to put in it.
That's fact. I can agree to that. I can testify to that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you said, Marv. We're no different from anybody else, and it's funny. It's because I even go as far as to look at the man and woman, right? Mm-hmm. The only thing that really physically separates us and separates our thinking is the hormones and the tools that the hormones produce.
Yes.
But otherwise than that, there's nothing else separates a male from being a female, a female from being a male. As a matter of fact, we're born with the same organs when we're there, yeah. When we're developing,
yeah,
right. So the fact of the matter where you can look at somebody and say, "Hey, I'm superior to you because I'm a man, you're a woman." Nah, that don't even hold no weight when you really think about it.
Okay. the word white supremacy.
Right.
What makes white people? What are white people superior at, in your opinion?
They're not superior at anything, in my opinion.
I think they're superior at stealing shit.
Stealing shit?
Well, I mean,
But hear what? Before they came, hear this. Before they came around, I'm pretty sure black people were stealing from black people.
I think on a grandiose scale.
Right.
So okay.
They may have perfected it.
I think they fucking perfected it.
They may have perfected
But other than that, I don't see no other thing what makes them superior and what makes them more superior to any other race. Because my thing and stuff is that Caucasian folk went to, I guess, Asia, the Marco Polo time.
Yeah.
Like the whole dance with noodles.
Yeah.
Brought it back to Italy and the European countries. They already had noodles over there popping. And then they brought the whole thing and stuff, and now it made it seem like Italian folks are the king and queens of pasta.
I got it. You may not be superior physically. You can be superior physically, but it's far better to be superior mentally.
So superior, more mental.
If me and you have, if you and I put our mental capacity together, I'm already smart. You're already smart, right? But together, we're smarter than the four of the people over there, right? Then we find two more people who are like-minded than us, and then we combine our power, and then we start devising things, right? Our plans have now reached maybe 4 or 5 times ahead of what their plans may have reached.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So now, just from a mental state, we've gained superiority. Because maybe we're at the point now where we can fashion tools of war. They have not reached there yet.
But they might have the physical capacity and stuff of not needing the tools of war and kind of crush our skull before we even get a chance to even start chiseling out a tool.
They might, but if I keep doubling at what I'm doubling, right? At some point, I'm gonna make the gun. I don't care how physically strong you are.
Right.
I now have the know-it-all to know that I can stand this distance and conquer you.
True, but I see, and this is where, like I said, we're gonna disagree. Where they're gonna constantly. You think, I want to say not you, but in general.
The perfect example for that is those who gain technical superiority in war typically end up winning that war and typically end up going on and conquering.
To history's thing, yes. But I think it's all on the movement thing, because if we come to like bare hand combat and stuff like that, your arrows might whoop my damn big giants and stuff like that because of the amount of piercing and the amount of arrows you might shoot. Yes, but if we get to you before you even be able to launch a arrow, that's why like in close quarter combat still exists to this day, where people get fucked. So your intellect and all that type of how fast you can pull out a gun won't mean shit to you, to somebody who can just break your damn hands and stuff in a matter of seconds.
I would agree, but now we're in a time where, listen, we're at the point right now where we're not even thinking of sending people on the battlefield. We're not even putting them in harm's ways. We're so technically advanced. We're sending drones, and sooner or later we're sending androids to go fight these wars, right? So we've gained this so much smarts to take ourselves out of that. What about the people who have not reached that stage yet of creating drones and they're at their mercy
for the time being? Because I think that's gonna that tends to shift often.
Tends to shift
often and stuff. Even in those type of things where you might have the upper hand and stuff, and then they might come live and direct.
Right.
Hacking, all that type of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. At some point, they'll have to gain either match your technology or your technology
because it's
superior.
kind of like if you're an arms dealer and stuff, and you're gonna sell arms and stuff to probably both sides and not give a shit.
Oh,
that's my thing. So you sell the guns to like one side, to Marv's side first.
Right.
Marv's side has the advantage over a smooth side.
Right.
And then when the person goes over there to your side, we're now at at an equal standpoint until we get bigger weapons, bigger missiles, bigger whatever and stuff. So it tends to shift back and forth and stuff throughout the course of time.
But at that point, it was somebody helping the people who didn't have the mental capability. Somebody came in now and helped them to gain that.
So you think brain will beat brawn?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not all the time.
I think majorities of wars that have been won by strategic planning and strategists over brute brawn.
Yes, that I can agree to, but I don't feel like brain would beat brawn and stuff because I think brawn will attract a bigger crowd than brain would. Hitler pulled off some great shit with him being a painter, leading the Third Reich, and that took brains because he was never a soldier.
Right.
And then you have other ones and stuff that can just hold their own and stuff and take out one man can take out 100 men by their damn self and hold their own. So I mean, do we look at Hitler as a hero because he used his brain? Do we look at the guy who just eliminated 100 people for a thing?
Yeah, I think we're always gonna remember whoever the victor is. That's who we're gonna remember.
Victor, gotcha.
That's who we're gonna remember.
So white people won, or they're winning.
They've conquered a lot of land and ruled over. They've ruled through conquer.
Okay.
They ruled through conquer. I mean, but it's not something that was specific to them because black people were ruling by conquer as well prior to that.
Where? In Africa.
Yeah.
But they've been ruling everywhere.
Oh yeah, well they've taken the global market. But I mean, it's hard to say, right? Now we're finding archaeologists are now digging up what they perceive to be African cultures within South America. With the almanacs that you've probably seen the image of the big stone heads that they find with the full African features on it.
You gotta give me a country, John.
It's in South America. They found them across South America. They're different, like huge, like.
But there's tons of black people way back when though in South America.
But this is what I'm saying. They're saying this stuff predates
slavery.
Predates Christopher Columbus discovering these lands, right? So they're saying, okay, well then what if pre-dynastic African cultures did actually reach to the New World before Christopher Columbus? Because that's an argument. The argument is that people have been there before Christopher Columbus.
That's a fact,
right?
But
so if we're saying that, who's to say that those previous civilizations did not conquer the known world already? We're just that just was whitewashed out of history, and now we're getting this whole thing from Christopher Columbus, and we're saying, okay, it's the Caucasians that really conquered the entire world. I mean, for all we know, prior to that, the Asians could have made the trip.
True, but it's all in the proof.
It's all in proof of what you find. History's written by the victor, so we might never know the truth.
So because, but that's gonna leave you in speculation. Speculation is not facts.
Yeah, but history is written by the victor.
Yeah.
So the victor's gonna write. We don't know. We can only go by what history is telling us. What
we just need to be victors.
That's it.
That's it. But we're not. So that's the next issue. Moving on. Let's talk about Majah Hype real quick. Majah Hype and his major issues. How do you feel about the sex tape thing that he released about his ex?
So at first, when I seen it and I heard about the whole thing, I thought, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. You're a low person for doing that. But then
we know it's him. Allegation moves faster than investigation.
Right. So that was the first stories that was heading on because people were saying how he dropped the tape and stuff like that. But then when I started hearing more about it, because the first thing I said to wifey when she was telling me about it, I was like, you'd have to be, because apparently the tape is 10 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying to my wifey, I was like, yo, you'd have to be like a real asshole of a boyfriend and husband if you know this is something that's 10 years ago. Why would you have it? Why would you keep it on your phone? Like, that doesn't make sense to me, right?
Right.
So then wifey was saying no. What she's saying is he got a hold of her phone, right? And downloaded everything off her phone. So I'm looking at my wife and I said, nah, that don't make no damn sense.
You're in a new relationship and you still keep old footage, old sex tape footage.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you're in a new relationship and keeping the old sex tape footage of your damn self.
Okay. Go ahead.
Then on top of that, I'm supposed to believe that he takes your phone and downloads everything off your phone and gives it back to you. Now, not to say that
it's possible.
Majah Hype is not a technical guy who could possibly do something like that. Mm. He just doesn't strike me as a technical guy who would do something like that. And beyond that, right?
Okay.
Still to have that, to keep it on his phone, to like, did he want to blackmail you with it? So I got a theory of what went down.
When did you not have a theory?
Oh, well,
go ahead.
I have a theory that went down.
Okay.
I think this whole thing started with dude.
Which dude? The guy
dude in the tape.
Okay.
I think he may have said something to Majah Hype. They might have exchanged some words. Majah Hype might have confronted his woman about it. And I think that's where that's where that happened. Now, allegedly, he's been abusive to her from before. I don't know that. She's shown pictures of herself in that state.
And she did little car monologues.
Right. Allegedly, he's been abusing her prior. So I'm just saying, if that's something that it's typical of him, I could see receiving something like that from another dude who's trying to style you, like, yo, dude, I be smashing you, I smashed you, this, that, right? If he's that type of person, he's not gonna care how old that video is. He might just have a petty reaction towards it. Now she might be like, oh, that's 10 years old and this, that. No, I'm taking it as disrespect, this, that, and no, this he's styling me. I feel a way about it. Ego. Mm-hmm. Again, male ego. Mm-hmm. I feel a way about it. You understand?
So you're saying guy surfaced the tape.
So now I'm thinking guy surfaced the tape.
Okay.
And not Majah Hype.
Okay. Now I was just trying to see where your theory and stuff was going. See, I look at it where regardless of the fact who put the tape out there, it's out there. And if it was predestined his time and stuff before, like, that got nothing to do with me. That's just my woman.
Yeah.
Me, I can date a former porn star. Some men, their ego, their pride won't allow them to do that.
Right.
Right? And it wasn't like she was in multiple porns. It was just this set scene in the washroom and everything. And they both like they were having a good time. Two consenting adults having a good damn time.
They look okay to me.
They look okay and stuff to me. I just think
that's like, dude, look like he was more into himself than anything else.
Who the dude? Yeah. Come on. Like, you know, washroom smashing with a cell phone.
He all get his grin on.
You're not gonna pose.
He angled himself.
Come on,
got the right cam.
We spoke about sex tapes too many times on this damn podcast. You're not gonna pose. You gonna look basic as shit.
No, I'm a pose, but I'm a pose in like the hotel lobby. You know, the hotel bedroom. I'm gonna do it all up. That's not. I don't know.
They might have different
bathroom stall, man. I don't know if I can get Dougie in the bathroom stall.
Yeah, I can't. But then there's people that take washroom selfies.
Yeah, this is true.
So I mean, this
is true.
Different shows with different
washroom
folks.
Smashing.
Yeah,
washroom smashing plus the selfie.
I couldn't.
I
I seen some chicken stuff in a washroom somewhere at a restaurant. I believe it wasn't a club. It was a restaurant.
Or?
And she was giving head to the dude, and I guess she had toilet paper on her knees, and you hear the guy, you hear, the jawbone notion.
Yeah.
And
Guac 3000.
I don't know if it's a Gluck,
You
but
don't know?
I just kind of looked and like, okay, shit. Because you see the dude standing up.
Yeah.
And you see her on her knees and her foot kind of hanging outside the stall and everything. And then, like, I guess she moved and shifted a few times because she heard, like, the door open.
Yeah.
And everything. And kind of went back. And then once the knees it came off the toilet because she thought she put toilet paper on there. She's safe. And then when she moved, her knee was raw dogging the dirty piss up floor. I was like, yuck. I'm like, is it a keeper after that? Like, you know, like, do we want to keep it and stuff? I mean,
how you know it's not something he just met?
We don't.
Yo.
I don't, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's speculation.
Yeah.
It's speculation, and there's context and stuff for to this thing. Now
It might be a one bathroom stand.
might be. Now to Majah Hype situation and stuff. I don't know. An investigation and stuff is way slower than allegation. Like I said, the thing and stuff is that, do you think his career will survive? I don't feel like his career can survive something like this yet because I feel like he hasn't reached that point of stardom.
No.
So I think the way how people don't think anymore. People don't think. They just see something, bastard, and they just go nuts or whatever. Like, no. Let's process the thing. At least you came with a theory.
Right.
How many people probably came with a theory? How people didn't come with a theory? And they just, it's fucked up. He did that. How do you know he released it? How do you know the dude didn't release it? How do you know the dude was trying to be a last member of the Migos and just didn't make it, and this was his tape? Because the dude, he did. He had the dreads in a ponytail.
That's what I said, man.
I was like, offset?
Yes, that's how he smashed.
I'm like, offset? Woo! I thought it was offset for a second. So I was like, you know what? Let me just be easy and stuff, whatever. I took it in and I was like, yeah. But then when I see her doing the motor monologue, like, you know, behind the steering wheel and the cars and everything, and she was going in, I didn't watch the whole thing because my thing and stuff is that if you felt that way, why the fuck did you stay?
Careful, Marv. You know the women out there, they don't like to hear such logic.
Come holler at me, ladies.
Like,
you know, I'm about building you up. So even
if
they take this and they doctor this,
because what they're gonna tell you is that she was intimidated, right? She feared for her life. I'm just saying. Could you be intimidated and fear for your life to the point where you do something against your will?
You do something against your will?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean against my will? Like, I'm scared for what?
For your life.
Give me an example. Like, I'm scared for my life.
Right.
And what am I doing?
Let's say,
because I'm not gonna be that scared to go suck a dick. No. Like,
let's say they want you to go rob a convenience store.
Right.
And if you don't do it,
they shoot you.
They're gonna shoot you.
Go in the convenience store and call the police. Because my thing is, you can't wait for the appointed time. Like, and this is what I realized of another day, like a few days ago or a few weeks ago. Us as people, we have a problem,
right?
Where we wait till like the final tick or the last hurrah or things about to end to do something about it.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? It's kind of like hair loss and shit like that.
Right.
You know what the fuck that might happen and stuff when certain people age. So when you come to a point, I think you should be more mindful on what you might do and to and fro with your hair.
Yeah.
When you come to that final tick, this is not the time to say, I'm going to try everything possible to try and survive and try to keep it going. It's kind of like prevention is the cure. If you feel like you're in a possessive relationship with somebody and this is like 2-3 months in and doesn't feel like that, fuck it. It's in a year in.
Right.
A year in, you feel unwavered and stuff like that, and then certain things start to show because some people have good ass poker faces.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Whatever, right? And if the poker faces start to show, you address it. That's nipping in the bud. If it's like, I'm gonna kill you if you leave me and everything like that, you got to put in measures and stuff to shut this shit down.
Right.
There's a woman, I think she got killed the other day by her husband, who was a quote unquote prophet in Florida.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, and he made all some type of threats. He threatened her on video, like I think her siblings were recording it.
Right.
And in front of her, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill myself and everything. And he ended up killing her.
Right. Did he end up killing himself too, right? Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't end up killing himself. He ended up killing her.
All right, it's
Because he went to her
something
job,
different.
like that time at the house, he went to her job and all that type of stuff. And I think he killed her outside her job.
Okay.
So
when I'm thinking about they left the kids orphaned.
Okay.
It's a few. Yeah.
So with her, my thing and stuff is that these things don't pop up at the end.
No.
They always said there's telltale signs and stuff for them and everything like that. So once something pops up, you address. And if the person's too wild and stuff like that, you gotta shut it down.
I mean, but you say it.
And that's accountability.
I mean, you say it all the time that you got to be your own savior.
Yeah, you gotta be on your hero.
You know what I mean? It's funny because it reminds me of a situation that was I think I seen it on a news clipping where I don't know if it was a dentist office. It was some sort of office, and it was like two ladies who were sitting behind the counter, and this woman walked in with another dude and a dog, and I think she walked in and asked to use the washroom. So she went to the washroom. Either she went to the washroom and came out and slipped the lady a note, or she slipped the lady a note before she went into the washroom. But the note basically said, "Hey, yo, the dude I'm with, I've been kidnapped for how many days? He's been abusing me, this, that, and the third."
Right.
And it's like, without even making any movements that would alert anything, the lady just turned around, act like everything was normal, and called the police. And then you just watch everything on videotape. The police came in, grabbed dude, cuffed him up, this, that, and the third, and now the girl was safe. But it took her realizing, hey,
This is fucked.
I no longer want to be a victim. This is my opportunity right now. I got to make it happen.
Write that note. She wrote that note.
I got to make it happen.
Yeah. You got to be your own hero and stuff. And I think the thing and stuff is that what constantly blows my mind and stuff is that when the situation rolls out, we tend to look at like, oh my God, this guy's... You're right. This guy shouldn't be doing this type of shit.
Right.
But then again, this woman or other women or other people, let's say other people and stuff in general, have been pandering to somebody's bullshit. This is his world, and this is how he or she or possessive person lives in their world.
Right.
You choose to merge your world with them and stuff, and this is not for you. This is when you shut shit down. You pull out your inner Marv. Fuck it. Pull out your inner Marv and be like, nah, playboy. Nah, playgirl. You do your shit over there. I'm going to be on this side over here.
Right.
Come when you come correct.
Yeah.
But then they're like, he cute. He got a big dick. He got money. Financial things or whatever. Like, yo, I'm sorry. You have to be held accountable for your shit. Now you're wiser and you learn growth and development. By all means, be an advocate and stuff. Help do the prevention and stuff, whatever, for this. We didn't tell you to be with dude or set person. You made that choice.
Wifey asked me if I thought that same thing. I mean, we let off with if he'd be able to bounce back from it, like who bounces back from it, and then she mentioned the Chris Brown incident, and I said yeah, but I mean I share the same sentiment as you. Chris Brown was already an established artist.
Correct.
When he got into the altercation with Rihanna. Not only was he an established artist, but he's a commodity of somebody else. So quickly, they're gonna come in and tell him how to properly handle the situation. What Majah Hype is doing is not how to handle the situation properly. You can't be sitting down on your live talking for hours, because you're just gonna end up saying stuff, trying to look innocent, that's only gonna end up making you look guilty. So the best thing for you to do is
Tory Lanez and shut your mouth.
Exactly. Address it once, shut your mouth. Chris Brown, when that shit went down, his people just said, yo, shut it, let it blow over, give it a few turns, we're gonna release music and slowly build you back to where you're supposed to be.
Deuces. I think the thing and stuff is that you're right, PR and all those type of peoples and stuff too. But it comes with a specific type of level of, I don't want to say fame, but I want to say a specific type of level of business.
Yeah.
And when you're not at that point, I think this is where you sell yourself short on resources, or he sold himself short on resources. Because if it's not true, this is when you look into your lawyer bag or your PR bag.
Exactly.
And you'd be like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Mad allegations coming out and stuff, whatever.
Exactly.
Help me.
Yeah.
What should I do? What should I say? Did you do it? No. Okay. So this is what it is. Chris Brown thing, I think we haven't heard anything about Chris Brown's side for that whole Rihanna incident till like last year. I think his documentary came 2019. 2019. And then that's the first time ever he's spoken about the situation.
Right.
Damn near a decade after the situation.
Right.
So I don't know if people want to clear the air and all that type of stuff, whatever, but I feel like we have this false sense of security as people, like with social media, thinking like we're here, but we're not there. And then so we know he's doing like, he's been doing a live thing with, music and all other things and stuff like that.
We know.
Just kind of if you pull back,
right,
then that's cool. But then it's kind of like you're here on the live and people are like, woman beater, this, that, and the third. You run your live and stuff. You're gonna ignore that? No, fall back. Deal with your shit. Keep it moving. Do your content.
But not only that. Deal with your content. But if you want to be on the live, turn your fucking comments off. Then. Yeah,
true.
Turn it off.
But then they're gonna go on the post. They're gonna go to DM.
But there's certain things you gotta be willing to accept that you can't stop.
Absolutely.
Right. And you just gotta be able to just like you said, shut it down and keep moving, right? Keep doing what you're supposed to do and say, listen, anybody addresses it, my lawyer, with my lawyer, he advised me not to speak on it. Move on to something else. You know what I mean? It's like, you ain't sitting on your live every hour explaining shit. Don't work, bro.
It's like Michael Jordan and his shit when like his pops died.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, so they killed your father had a gambling problem, you have a gambling problem. Jordan for the 3, he was still doing his shit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You just stick to your craft. Keep it moving. Fuck everybody else. Yes, we're in a situation where, like, social media, like I said, gives people a false sense of security. Like, oh my gosh, I can follow my celebrity that I idolize or have a man crush on and keep it moving. And they can interact with me. I can interact with them. I can see the shit that they're doing and stuff. Whatever. But I'm like, no, it's not like that. So now, therefore, if I'm in a thing, I can't believe you did this. Send. Or comment and everything like that. This person could just easily block comments and shut shit down and not report nothing and don't say anything. But I don't know. I don't think his career, he wasn't at that point yet. So, to all the powers that be.
And he has a good amount of female followers. So just from his Mitzi character alone, he's gained so much female followers. So to have a good portion of that decide to say, hey, we know it's just probably just allegations at this point, but we're gonna take it as it's real, so fuck you. And then just to lose those, there was a few shows that he had that was set up to happen in Atlanta, and all of them are canceled. All of them are canceled. So in Miami, it's already started to affect him.
Might not be able to surprise. I don't know. Let me ask you this. Should people with self-esteem issues be in a relationship? If I'm not mentally right with myself, should I just go attach myself to somebody and stuff?
I would. It's kind of hard to say not do it, especially. Here's my thing: if the person knows and is accepting and wants to try and help you through that, then I would say it's okay. If you're coming with the if you're coming with the baggage already, and you know, because sometimes you might not even know you had the mental baggage, but you coming with the baggage already, and you know about it, then I don't think you should put that person in a situation like that. And if the person is pressing, then at that point you need to know and say, listen, there's some shit that I'm going through right now. Now I'm trying to work through myself, and until I can do that, I don't think I will be of any use to you.
Right.
The way you
and
need
if the
me.
person agrees
Right.
to it, be like, all right, nigga, you
Yeah.
agree to it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If the
Gotcha.
person says, listen, I get it, but what I feel for you, I want to try and help you work through whatever you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
Then, hey. But at least that person knows. You know what I mean? It's that not knowing.
I think the not knowing thing and stuff comes up tons of times.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why don't you take that time to work on yourself before you entertain or try and be with someone else? Because I feel like if you have trust issues and then you jump into a new relationship with somebody and you never worked on your trust issues, then what the fuck are you doing this shit for? So if you have self-esteem type of things and stuff, maybe you should try and work on your self-esteem.
What if it's not a trust issue and more of a fear of being alone? Because some people suffer from that too, right? And a fear of being alone could put you in a relationship that's not right.
Then they have to hold themselves accountable.
No, they do 100% have to hold themselves accountable.
But that's what I'm saying. It goes back to this, whatever. Like, let's say we don't know the context between Majah Hype and ex-fiance.
Right.
But if she was to feel that type of way, the fear of being alone,
Right.
work on yourself. Get your shit semi together before you attach yourself to someone else.
But how do you work? If you have a fear of being alone, and the only thing that can comfort you is being with somebody else, how does a person work through that? How does a person separate themselves from a situation like that?
They don't. And they kind of get you, what is it? You made your bed, you lay in it.
Right.
Because if you know you have a fear of being alone and stuff like that, and you're like, I'll just be in a shit relationship with Smooth because he whooped my ass and stuff, and he just stole liquor on me when he sees fit and all the above, I made the choice.
Right. Yeah.
I made the choice. So instead of me saying, you know what, I need to be in a position where I don't need Smooth, I can function on my own, that's something within myself. And if I can't do that, whatever, and if you're the one, like, you know, ragdolling the person, you pool your resources. You ask some other people and stuff like, hey, I have abandonment issues. What do you think I can do for that?
Right.
And if, you know, worthy people. Some shit's a Google search away, some shit is not, is people type of way. Right? You still need to work on that shit by yourself.
All right. One more question, and I think we could probably lay it to rest. Do you think a person's will can be broken, and that be a part of the reason why all the fight is taken out of them, and they just feel like this is all it's gonna be, and they just end up in a situation like that?
Of course.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But my thing is why you wait to that point in time? That's what I said. Let's not wait till we're losing the hair to finally try to,
Right. Okay.
Let's not wait till we're losing the will and stuff, whatever. If you go in there, you like, yo, gladiator arena, some Spartacus shit for you.
Right.
You're in this big ass arena, everybody's cheering, not your average, not your average, not your average.
I get a new
They're like, Usain Bolt and everything. They'll tell you like, yo, he's a conqueror of many. No man can see him and stuff. They open up the gate and you think it's like some regular dude like, you know, I whip people's ass for fun. Open up the gate, you see a lion come through there, be like, yo, you know what? Chain that motherfucker up. I'm out. At least you said it then. Don't be like,
out.
Oh fuck. What do I do with this one? All right, you know what? Since I'm already here, I might as well go with it. And then you're dead.
But okay, you raised a good point. Gladiator, right?
Right.
But he's there to provide somebody's entertainment. So they're not going to let him willingly, freely leave that arena without fighting that lion, are they?
So you rather die? It's a choice.
There's you going to die at the hands of the Romans or die at the hand of the lion?
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Because you can live on your knees for another 50 odd years and stuff, whatever. But is that the life worth living?
So, well, I guess allegedly then she stopped living on her knees. And she got up.
All right. Then better
Allegedly.
late than
and
never.
if that's the case, good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you. If that was truly what was happening, I'm glad that you got the strength to get up off your knees, get that oppressive foot off your neck, and take matters into your own hands. And I'm wishing power to any other female out there who may be in a similar situation,
or men
who may be in a similar situation.
There's some possessive ass women out here.
Yep.
They will own your shit. Run. Pew. That's it. Let's get to the question of the week. Question of the week. Oh, it's a godly day today. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I don't want to hear him say anything. I want to hear him sing Cool and Bang Celebration.
You want to hear what?
Hear him sing Cool and Gang Celebration.
Celebrate good time.
Celebrate good time. Come on. And then the angels form like a line dance. And everybody, all the angels are line dancing.
Oh, shit.
And it's like a Soul Train line. It's like all of us who just we get inducted into like the heaven. It's like everybody, you gotta do like and the angels like on either side clapping you in.
Your heaven sound fun as shit.
Yo, that'd be lit.
Your heaven sound fun
That'd
as
be
shit.
lit. Motherfucker jump to get on something, do the worm in.
The worms past the gates.
What?
I don't know. I feel like the first thing I think God might say to me when I get to the pearly gates is like, boss,
King of perverts, I don't know if I should let you in.
like why should we let you in? Because why should we let you in? Because I'm like, I done said some shit, whatever, it's got a deadbeat dad and everything. You're like, yo, you kind of call me a deadbeat dad though. You expect to slide through these gates?
God did bother. He bought there a whole hour still flipping through your book.
I'll probably hold up the line.
Yeah,
I'll be holding up the line.
He probably waited to see you coming. What's up, Mark? No, Mark. He's gonna take a while. Send him to the back. Let's do it. Everybody else first.
Random security check this way. Random security check. So, call me to the side. I think because he might think of heaven and hell. Contrary to what people believe, and the Mobb Deep album, I don't believe this is hell on earth. I think life is what you make it. Mm-hmm. So my thing and stuff is that we don't know until we know. But I feel like the way how they describe heaven, I don't know if I have the credentials to pass through the gates. You gotta be baptized. No, you can't break 10 commandments and everything. Adultery. I haven't cheated. I stole some candies when I was little.
Know, was Moses baptized?
Was Moses baptized?
I don't think Moses was baptized. See, this is the thing. See, this is where it gets tricky with the Old Testament and the New Testament, because a lot of things that you had to do in the Old Testament to get your ass through the pearly gates, you no longer need to do, and the stuff that you need to do in the New Testament to get your ass through the pearly gates, they didn't do it in the Old Testament.
See, rewrite. Let's get to the Acts of the Sons. Acts of Sons, Jade 1776. What would you change about grade school?
Grade school.
I would change the curriculum about adult life. I think that should be a fucking elective.
Yeah.
I think probably in a later rep, they might give you a college prep for interviews and shit like that and resumes, but I think taxes, teach people about taxes, credits, mortgages. I think they need to change that in the curriculum.
I think the first 5 levels.
First 5 levels? What do you mean?
Should be first maybe from grade 1 to 5.
Okay.
Should be teaching you how to discover yourself. How to find out who you are.
Okay. I see it.
As a person.
Mm-hmm.
Before you start, because then that's going to help you kind of determine which paths you should go as far as educational wise, right? Mm-hmm. Then starting from maybe middle school, you say, okay, these are the basic tools, or maybe even give them like the basic tools, like early, like math, English, like how to just like basic communication stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Then after you give them the basic skills, then there's like maybe going into high school now. That first year of high school is taking what you know, right, personally about yourself, the basic skills that you acquired, and then now in grade 9, it's now choosing your path of where you go.
Okay.
So now if you want to be an engineer, you go be an engineer. If you want to be a mathematician, you want to be a mathematician. If you want to be... But from that point now, mm-hmm. it's focused.
But I think a lot of times, especially like there's university students that don't even know what the fuck they want to do.
But you know what? They don't know because they've never ever gotten the time to figure... That's what I'm saying. For the mm-hmm. first 5 years...
Figure out yourself.
You're figuring out yourself.
Okay.
Right? By the time those first... You should know what you're comfortable in. You should at least be able to narrow down a little... Narrow down. You might not know fully.
Right.
But you've narrowed down your field of interest.
Okay.
And then you can kind of approach that a little bit better.
All right. Robot Ninja Pirate. What is the creepiest or scariest scene in a non-horror movie?
Superman 3.
What was that?
That's the one with Richard Pryor, right? I believe so.
Yeah, with the sun guy? Like
yeah.
The bootleg Superman dude from the sun?
Right.
Yeah.
The part where the female scientist...
Mm-hmm.
She gets sucked in by the supercomputer,
mm-hmm.
right? And all these metal attachments start coming onto her body, and she turns into it. They turn into an android. Oh, that shit freaked me out.
Really? I gotta look at that movie again.
That part freaked me out because it's just like she's normal, and there's all these wires just come and start strapping around her and just like pull her right in, and then you just see it just changes her into this mechanical robot. No, I might have been like maybe like 9 or 10 at
that's
the time.
Fine. That's fine. Like, but it's still creepy to you.
That shit creeped me the hell out, bro.
I think with me, it was E.T. You know the part where E.T. was brown the whole goddamn movie until like you came to that one part where like they found him in the woods,
right?
And he was covered and he was white,
yeah.
And I was like, ew. I got scared. I'm like, what happened to you? Where your color at? They're like, you were brown like doo doo, and then now. You're white. You're sick. I'm like, no, I don't want to be white. like I want to be brown. You look healthy when you were brown. Yes, and yeah, I actually took in Lord of the Rings one day. Mm-hmm. I know you hate me because I always fall asleep on them and stuff like that. Whatever. Because somebody challenged me. Right. I took in the first one. The Fellowship of the Rings, because there's too much fucking walking and talking and that whole shit. The scenery.
That's still stories. The entire story.
Oh man, no, the scenery makes you want to go to sleep.
The illest story is the part where Frodo is on top of the tree and they're talking. That conversation is deep.
Which one is that?
Is that maybe that's not the Fellowship of the Ring. That might be the one. That might be the third one.
Okay, I got to see that. I didn't get that far in my life, but the one where they
and sorry, don't mean to cut you, but the tree is supposed to be a representation of Gandalf. So you can see Gandalf's image.
Oh, so Gandalf is dead.
No, Gandalf is still alive.
Right.
But he's off doing some other shit. Mm-hmm. So he's Frodo's trying to get the help from the tree people. So he's on the conversation with the head lead tree guy. But the head lead tree guy, he's talking and he's parting wisdom, like some Gandalf type wisdom. So it's almost like, you know what I mean? That section is deep, man.
Oh, Lord of the Rings is too much talking and walking, and not enough action. Was when Smeagol, the transformation of Smeagol, that transformation shit looked fucking. He was human like a motherfucker. Yeah. He went from human to like 3D animation. I was like, God damn. I'm like a straight crackhead story right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that creeped me out, whatever. I was like, I didn't see that shit. Like, oh. So those two scenes. E.T. and Precious. Not Fat Precious. That Precious.
My precious.
The last question. RN, like right now, clearly you're a nurse. Are you both getting the COVID vaccine when it's ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit. I'm gonna let a few human clinical trials pass through.
I would hope, because Russia.
Before I rush in.
Russia's not letting out those numbers, and they gave like 100,000 shots already, 100,000 vaccines.
Okay.
Yeah, they streamlined one.
Right.
And they've been going on for a bit now. So I'm still waiting for
because I think the first report I heard was 30,000. So they
they're at 100,000 now. I think Indonesia got another line, and Indonesia's president or leader spoke about everything, about their shit in Jakarta, arriving in Jakarta.
Is it the same vaccine?
No, they're different companies.
Okay.
Different companies are on different things and stuff. China doesn't have their shit together. China, I think they're trying to speed track some stuff.
Right.
And they got their population of 1.4 billion. So, and if they don't have their shit together, I'm like, I don't know. Me personally,
the vaccine that we're supposed to get, that's what China's working on?
I don't know.
Because months back, the Trudeau government had given China some money to help with the development of the vaccine.
But they had another company stuff here as well working on the vaccine.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
And I think me working in healthcare,
more
likely they're gonna make us guinea pigs, as usual.
I can see that.
I think if it comes to a situation and stuff, they're gonna probably make it non-mandatory / mandatory.
Right.
Be like, you don't have to do it. However, you call in sick right now.
You ain't gonna get that guap.
You ain't getting paid for sick time. So I mean, that's what it might force a lot of people's hand.
Yeah.
It depends on the time when they have this thing ready. If I'm comfortable or not. If they have it today, I absolutely not. I'm not comfortable with it. And if they have it probably like in March, April, I might be more comfortable and stuff with it. Because after that, I should know what's going on with the Russian people. If they're growing titties on their head, if they're growing like an asshole on their elbow, and vice versa.
Yeah.
To at least to say like, okay, well, these fuckers streamlined their shit, and this one took a while to kind of come out till March,
right? And
see what's good like with the other ones. So if they streamlined theirs and nothing's really dramatic or the information's not getting out there, because I feel like social media is still here, because you have some social media people and stuff from Russia stating and stuff that one guy said he's feeling all types of movement and stuff like that. He's feeling sensitivity to body parts, and some things won't feel right. Then a few days he'll come back. So might be propaganda, might be facts.
Right.
But I think you'll go with some things and stuff in the collective.
Yeah.
Because if 100 people went to go watch somebody fight, and the most of the collective and stuff there said like 95 people said Smooth won, and 5 people said Marv won, I'm going to take it as Smooth won. And it's not documented, it's just hearsay and just seen.
You hear about the protest in, I believe it was Denmark, where they want to pass the law of the vaccine law. If you don't take the vaccine, or if you refuse to take it, you could be locked up. There was something else. There was some other conditions that was happening, and I heard they protested for about almost 9 days. They said they protested for, and on the 9th day, the government just decided that they're not gonna go through with it.
Also, protests work in that country. What country is that?
It was Denmark.
Protests work in that country.
Yeah.
Protests don't work over here.
No.
So
I was about to say, do you think it takes us? You think it'll take a situation like that? I mean, okay. First of all, do you think we see it happen in Denmark? We've seen I've seen a protest in the UK where all of them are gathered in front of Parliament. They're all singing songs and tell them to stick vaccine needles up their freaking arse. But in the UK, I don't think how it's set up in there that they'll be successful in whatever they're doing, because the numbers may not be. The numbers may be divided. Where in Denmark they seem to all be in, or almost all be in one accord. Do you think there's other places like Denmark that could achieve such a thing? I don't think that.
But the socialists.
It would be socialist.
The socialists. The socialist countries are like Denmark, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. Denmark, Finland, Norway, those motherfuckers always reach top 10 for the happiest countries in the world.
This is true.
Canada scratched it at 11 in 2020. America's at number 16.
This is true.
So I'm like, I don't know. UK, I can't remember where UK was and stuff, whatever. But UK wasn't there either in the top 10.
Because if you're a country that's for the betterment and the happiness of your people, you gonna rock with your people.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And on that note,
You ever had a Scandinavian honey?
No. I had an admirer. She was from Sweden. She said in Denmark, she said there was tons of there's a good portion of black people and stuff there.
Yeah.
And no, sorry, she was from Sweden. She's from Copenhagen.
And
she said there was tons of black people and stuff whatever there, and so she said it's not foreign for her to like black people or black guys. I was like, and there's porn on Pornhub and stuff to help you like black guys too.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I'm flattered. You know.
I mean, and then Usain Bolt went down there and
Possibly, I
jumped up. He was in what swimming pool with how many Swedish?
that I can't. I don't know. If he was in there with the Swedish women, then yeah, go for it, copy diem. But I don't know.
Yeah.
He seemed he was supposed to be booed up, and then he's doing his shit, and I don't know. And you know, yes, let's him with Associated Sons and then slide out this place.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get nobody caught up in nothing.
Let's do this.
Since we had a little,
This was a long time ago. It was during the Olympics.
Yeah.
This was before the boo. You know what I mean? Little Olympic gold medal run celebrations. Sometimes you gotta hit up the Swedish swim team.
yeah, when you don't claim nobody.
I don't think he was claiming anybody at that time.
No, he was claiming a lot of chicks. He was claiming a lot of chicks.
He's claiming back then.
Tons of chicks. That's why sometimes chicks are airing him out and stuff, whatever, for like his shit. So this week, we'll keep it godly. Let them talk, let them hate. Just let your God navigate.
Amen.
Amen. Sometimes you feel like, yo, you don't know. A little faith won't hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Too much faith might, but I mean,
Might.
a little faith won't hurt nobody.
Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches.
Yes. And sometimes you can let Jesus take the wheel. Like when I bust my ass the other day, I just like, lean in.
He's like,
Jesus, take the wheel.
Lord, catch me.
And the snow.
And then he made himself in the form of snow. It's like cushion that for.
It was soft as shit.
They tell you.
I got no pain and everything. Because you know when you fall and you hurt yourself now, you got residual effect.
Man. You let go.
I had faith.
You had faith.
I had faith. Yeah. Once again, folks, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there. Don't get COVID titties on your head from the vaccine.
Be safe. Remember, subscribe on all those favorite social media platforms and streaming platforms that you may be listening to this show on.
Yep.
Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button.
Yep.
Hit that bell that notifies you when we got these new episodes popping. All right?
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.